Noxy, 3 days until the election, and there's some brand new polls that show Hillary Clinton losing her lead over Donald Trump. A brand new Fox News poll just released overnight. Take a look. It gives Trump the edge over Clinton, 46 to 45%. And here to break down the latest polls is Lee Carter, partner with Noxy and Partners. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Great to be here.
So things are switching up. That's, of course, a two-way race where Trump is leading by 1%. If you take it to a four-way race, you have Clinton up by 1%, so it is close.
It is so close, but it's closer than anybody expected. You know, after the DNC and Trump had a couple of gaffes, everybody said this is over. It is nowhere near over. We're seeing momentum shifting. You see the energy. We're seeing all kinds of different numbers that are favoring Donald Trump.
What do you attribute that to?
You know, I think he's done a really good job over the last 3 weeks of staying on message, staying positive, focused on the issues that are most important to the American voters, like the economy, like jobs, like immigration. He's doing it in a very, very reasonable way. And I also think that he has taken many fewer bot shots. I mean, even the way he's handled Hillary Clinton's health, he was saying, I hope that she gets back on the trail. He has made a couple of allusions to it, but he still has really gotten a lot stronger, a lot more presidential, and we're seeing that people are reacting that way to him.
Not really lashing out. You mentioned some of the issues. Let's take a look at that when you compare candidate to candidate, and this would be who people have a preference for in terms of voting overall. First of all, Clinton supporters, 87% are certain to support, and then 90% of Trump supporters are certain to support.
And so right about now, this is what I would expect, particularly in this race. A lot of people say after Labor Day it's locked and loaded. This race, it's a little bit different. We've seen the polls have been fluid, and you've seen they're going up and down by about 10 points, you know, over the last month. So I don't think that these last undecided voters, they're still undecided. They could change their mind. But it's fascinating to me that they could still change their mind between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. You couldn't have two different candidates, but people are, a lot of people say they're voting again.
Yeah. So what would make them change their mind? Let's take a look at this. Who they trust to do a better job of several different issues here. The economy, you can take a look at that. You have Trump leading there. 51% think that he would do a better job. Jump down there, say immigration. Take that, for example. You have Hillary Clinton leading 50% to 45% on that one.
So the economy is the #1 most important issue to voters on both sides. Donald Trump is leading this, and that's a really important indicator. However, immigration and terrorism were two issues that he owned for a long time. Hillary Clinton is taking those, and I think that's important because voters do think that immigration, national security are very, very important to them. So that's an interesting thing, and Donald Trump's got to get that back. And also we've seen that the support for the wall has really weakened. For a while, a lot of people wanted it. It's dropped in support by about 10 points. And so he's got to be starting to focus on other issues on immigration that are really important to American voters.
We may see a lot of those numbers change after the first debate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, let's take a look at this one right now. Things in the world today. How are they going? And this poll, this is what we said. First of all, are they going to hell in a handbasket now? 57% say yes on that, absolutely. That they're all right, 38%.
Okay, so this has been holding steady for the last couple of years. People are frustrated. They're not feeling like we're going in the right direction, and that plays right into the hands of Donald Trump because he is an outsider. He is something totally different. Hillary Clinton represents a continuation of Obama's policies, Obama's administration, where people are saying, look, things aren't going the right way.
And then finally, let's take a look at this. You mentioned the wall, and you're right there because 41% are now in favor of it, 50% in favor back in 2015, and then 55% oppose it now compared to 2015 when 47%.
And that's a big shift, and that's sort of the centerpiece of Donald Trump's immigration policy. A lot of people were saying that he might back down on that. He clearly hasn't. His immigration speech still had that as a centerpiece. But the issues there are what else is he going to do, and are people going to support that? Still, we're seeing in the polls immigration is going to Hillary Clinton, but I do think that we're going to start seeing some shifts as, you know, we're going on. And Hillary Clinton really hasn't been focusing on these issues. So is she going to start losing momentum on immigration and national security? I'm not so sure.
Well, she's back on the campaign trail, so we'll see what happens.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Lee. It's always nice to have you here. We really do appreciate it. Interesting stuff.